Sup nerds, welcome to the Omni4Game podcast, episode 55. I'm Sean, I'm joined with Chris and Brandon as always.
Sup guys, this week's Omni4Game recap. We hit local recap as always. We look at some top deck lists, how this format's shaping up, and then we go over your guys' comment questions. So another good, easy week for you guys this week. So if you like this, make sure you like, comment, subscribe. We'll catch you in the next episode.
Alright, first topic, locals recap.
I think Sean should go first.
You want to go start? Yeah, you want to start us off?
Yeah, I did not attend locals. I went to a Halloween party. Yes, I realize it's like the first week of Halloween, but that's just when everybody was free, from my understanding. So, wasn't able to attend.
The old ball and chain got him.
Yep.
Man. And his costume. His costume was ruined. He got shrunk in the dryer.
His wife posted a bunch of stuff on Facebook, and I just looked at it, and I was like, man, Sean really rocked up to a costume party wearing his normal clothes, but instead of just like basketball shorts, he's wearing actual pants.
I was wearing scrubs, man. I was wearing a scrub top. That wasn't a normal shirt.
I haven't got to see the pictures. I'm excited. I can't wait.
Well, they're on our Facebook, so.
Yeah, it was.
Man, did you have fun, Sean?
Yeah.
Nice.
Real quick, I am so bad with names that when your wife sent me a Facebook request, like, last week, I literally looked at it and I was like, who the hell is this? And why does the name sound familiar? Like, then I clicked on the profile, I was like, oh, Sean's wife, duh. Like, it took me seeing... I'm just so bad with names. Like, it didn't even click the last name. I was just like... It was just nowhere in my brain.
Yeah, she brings up people all the time, and I'm like, who the hell is that? And she's like, you've met them
who are you talking
4
about?
times. And I'm like, oh. I remember the faces, not names.
Yeah.
Same.
So I'll go first. I went X2 with Tyrant last night. Round 1 I played against EX7, not really much to talk about. I just kind of established Tyrant and just win. It's not like it's also just I don't feel like a full power build of EX7 because he just doesn't have all the cards for it. Round 2
makes a return.
He's got it. He's got to get his little sandwich in. Round 2 is that when I played you, Brandon? Yeah, okay. Round 2 I played against Brandon. This is where the problem with green kind of happens. No matter how much search power you put in the deck, if you just miss one piece, you just lose.
You're ruined.
Yeah,
You're
so
over.
Game 1 I was missing a level 5 the entire match.
No, I thought that was
I'm talking.
Game 1 was the one where you were actually able to establish Tyrant.
Oh, okay, yeah. So game one, Brandon's playing Red Hybrid, so that deck can be very aggressive, and it can take me a couple turns to kind of set up. Like I'm telling him by turn 1, I'm already down to 3 security because he has a bunch of little level 3s that he plays cards, he can draw a bunch, search a bunch, and he's swinging at my security for free. So we get to this point where he's at 3 security, and I have a Grand Coagumon Ace, a level 4 Blade Coagumon, and then I have 3 memory exactly. I play the Lopmon, and I do have better plays other than this, but nothing that would like slow him down to the point where
Like couldn't lethal.
Yeah, he probably couldn't lethal me the following turn because I didn't have like another Tyrant in hand. So I was like, I need to try and kill him right now, or I potentially just lose the game next turn. So I for 3 memory played the Lopmon that gives Alliance to something. Give it to the Grand Coagumon Ace. Alliance with it for 3 checks. 1 from its own effect, 1 from its base attack, and then 1 from the Alliance for 13k.
He hits
one of the only
Ancient Gray.
Which is 13k exact, yeah. One of the only 4 cards in his deck that is big enough to.
Threshold.
Yeah, so I lost that game because of that, but I felt like I was probably gonna lose the following turn anyways. So
Yeah, I had like
it was
4
unfortunate.
gamers on the board, a dude coming out of raising. Yeah, it was Jover.
It sounds like
Yeah,
you made
he
the right
had.
play.
Yeah, he had the turn prior. I had a Tyrant suspended, and the Grand
Grand Quagga
Kawagamon,
unsuspended.
yeah, unsuspended, and he digivolved into the Burning Greymon with Raid, and its DP was like
Bajillion.
16.
No,
Yeah, it was like 16.
it was exactly crashing because I didn't mind it dying because I had a bunch of on deletions to play Tamers.
Yeah, okay, so it was the same DP threshold as the Tyrant.
Yeah,
and he was trying.
I saw my warp Takuya, so I was able to tuck a bunch of inheritables under it.
Yeah, so he was gonna raid into the Grand Kawagamon, and I felt like I didn't want to give him all that memory from the overflow. And I saw the potential lethal on the following turn with the Grand Kawagamon, so I redirected the attack into my Tyrant. So he ended up killing that. And then on my following turn is when I attempted to do the Grand Kawagamon play and ended up failing. So that was game 1. Game 2 is the game where we both were kind of scuffed, where he couldn't find any level 4 hybrid cards, and I couldn't see any level 5s at all. I'm talking, I on-played like 3 Kabuterimons, I played agility trainings, I played green memory boost, just never saw one. And I just can't play the game at that point. Like I could kind of control his board and like attack his Digimon, try and suspend them and attack over them and stuff, but there's not much I can do. At one point, my only real play was I waited for him to play his second Tamer. I hard played Grand Kawagamon Ace, suspended both and deleted one, and then I was like, hopefully he just doesn't have an answer to it, and then I'll Digivolve into Tyrant on top of it and maybe try and go from here. Unfortunately, though, I think he top decked the level 4 hybrid or something, or I gave him enough memory to where I think he was just able to just dig for one. So, that was game. That was round 2.
Turn after that, but
yeah, that was round 2. Round 3, I played against Pulsemon, and pretty much same thing happened in that match that happened in Brandon's, where I got piece stuck. Game 1, I ended up not seeing Tyrant Kabuterimon, so that really slowed me down. And it's crazy with that Pulsemon deck, he can get a lot of free memory. Just especially if you start seeing his Tamers and his pieces. Game 3, or Game 2, I opened up so well. I'm talking like it was just absolute nuts hand. I killed him in like a matter of 4 to 5 turns. It's like the most aggressive I've ever seen Tyrant play.
Nice.
Like I'm talking Grand Kawagamon, and then I had the Lopmon. I was able to do like a billion checks. I even had the Hercules Kabuterimon into another Tyrant. Like it was crazy. I was going bananas. Killed him real quick game 2. Game 3 ended up never seeing a level 5. I was like turn 6 or 7, I had played a green memory boost, revealed 4 cards, 2 Metal Life Kabuterimons and 2 Tyrant Kabuterimons. And he had already checked the Tyrant out of my security, but like I literally have to pick up the level 5 or I just can't play the game. So I have to pick up the level 5. I'm never going to see the Tyrant. By the time I Digivolve into the Metal Life, he's basically like, he's already got game on me. So that was really unfortunate. I just got to sit there and watch him play Pulsemon. Round 4, I played against Nature Spirits, and that's just... I don't know. Listen, there's a lot of decks that we meme on and that we joke about. I think that's got to be the new deck, because I just don't understand how that deck functions, because it has got to be the most inconsistent deck I've ever seen in my entire life, because you can't play
You can't play search cards in it yet.
You can't play any search cards in it. It's ridiculous. Like, I saw him play Davis and not add anything. Like, what deck is playing Davis that can't add anything?
Was this Caleb?
No, it was Dante.
Oh, okay.
But like, it just seems so weird. And especially, oh, it was so funny when I played against Eosmon, the poor guy, he was Tyler. I just hard played a Pomamon, and I was like, okay, go ahead. And then I did the same thing to Dante where I'm like, Pomumon. And he's just like, what's that do? And he like reads it. And all his level 6s do the reveal and then play something. And I'm like, you can't do that now. And then as soon as I establish Tyrant, I'm just like, suspend my stuff bottom deck. He has no... What is the deck? No, I just don't... I just don't get it.
Well, it's like that comment said. Like, he knows the deck is bad, but he's still going to play it.
Yeah.
Like... I think the DNA card is pretty good. Like, we all agree that card's like, oh, okay, cool.
Level 7,
but like,
yeah, but it's like Catboy.
Yeah, I'm just like, no. Like, I just don't see it. Like, maybe if you can keep, like, your level 6 on board and establish another one, but he just was never able to do that. And then it was so funny, I had two redirects. I had one from the Metal Life Inheritable on my Tyrant, and then I had an Izzy established. And I told him this because I don't think he's ever played against the deck. So I was like, I have two redirects. And then his following turn, he Digivolves into Saber Leomon. I have a Shivamon, a Hercules Kabuterimon, and a Tyrant, and they're all suspended. So I told him, like, hey, you can't activate option cards.
So
and I was like, and I have two redirects. And he's like, okay, cool. So he's like, all right, Digivolve into Saber Leomon. Effect, I'm gonna give like minus the DP to these cards. And I was like, all right. I was like, is it just for your turn or until the end of my turn? He's like, oh, it's just until the end of my turn. I was like, okay, well that doesn't matter to this Digimon. The Shivamon is fine. You can give that minus DP. And he's like, oh, okay. So then he goes, all right, Saber Leomon, attack, unsuspend. I'm gonna attack into the Shiva. I go, I was like, redirect, and he's just like, he literally goes, oh, I forgot already, and so he has barrier and has to trash it. It was just so funny because I'm like, I just told you, I just let you know, like, poor guy. So yeah, I ended up going 2-2. The deck feels really good and strong, but I just don't understand how people can top with this deck because you have to get so lucky throughout the entire day. Like the consistency has to be there for you. But like when it was like establishing my stuff, like. It just felt really good.
Yeah, you draw the right hands. I mean, the deck's pretty strong, but yeah, it's just it's a little too clunky, in my opinion. I
also only have one of the Kawagamon promos, which I don't think you have to have multiple. It is nice to have multiple. And I don't have any of the Mega Kabuterimon promos.
Oh, they're shiny Mega Kabu.
Yeah, which I also don't think is like necessary. Like, it's a very good card. It is very strong for the deck, but I still really like the Rhino Kabuterimon as my kind of like secondary level 5. Like, I still think that card's really strong. Being able to Digivolve into Tyrant for only 3 memory is like really good in my opinion. And it puts you suspended right away. You don't have to wait till the end of turn and hope your opponent has something suspended. So that's just me. I agree that the Mega Kabuterimon is like a very good card, that I understand why people are playing it, but that's just me. So yeah, finished 2-2, and we got the new promo cards in that Sean missed out on, unfortunately.
Yeah, I wasn't aware they were gonna. I mean, I wouldn't have gone anyway, but like finding out after the fact that there were promo cards that I missed out on didn't feel good.
They might just be our new weekly packs, right, Brandon?
I have no idea, but cool if they are.
Yeah.
Don't ask me. Andrew just threw them at me, and I said bet.
We ended up getting all 4 of the Magna Garurumons that we needed.
Yeah.
No, we only have 3.
The Nike Magna Garu?
I have 2. Don't you have?
Is one from the next set.
Oh, okay.
I thought you ended up with 2 and I had 2.
Oh, did you get a second one?
I think so. I don't know. Anyways, maybe we only have 3. Okay.
Anyway.
Alright, so go ahead, Brandon.
Yeah, so I win. I turn card sideways, I win. Playing Red Hybrid, new Ancient support. I didn't really look at any lists. I just said, yeah, these 4. Yeah, these 4. Yeah, these 4. Yeah, these. Like, it's a stupid easy deck to put together. You just take the Red Hybrid cards of old, and you replace them with the new Red Hybrid cards.
Makes sense.
Maybe some old stuff, too. Ancient promo. You have your piercing level 3. I put 1 in there just in case it never came up. But I had it in there.
Well, no one was playing other control, I'm assuming.
No.
Yeah.
I don't think anyone
came up in that.
Yeah, I was gonna say I don't think anyone at our locals is gonna be like toxic enough to play that.
I might do it.
Oh, you might do it?
Well, I might play that Magna deck next week. I know you said you were going to, but I was also considering it.
My list is because I had something very similar built to the one that you had posted. Like when I messaged you last night, I never even considered Sora and Joe.
It's so good.
I was still playing like Zubagon Punch and like Blinding Rays. Still just trying to be a little bit more aggressive. But then once I like watched your video and you playing, I was like, that's actually a really smart idea. I also don't have a third Paladin Ace. So I'd have to pick up
I'm only playing 2.
Oh no, you're only playing 2. Okay.
Yeah, it's searchable with basically everything in the deck, so like I don't see a reason to play more than 2.
Right. Because like we had already talked about the return to the
Primogenitor, yeah, stupid card name.
So that's a really good card for the deck. That's really good. Because doesn't Magna's effect just trigger the turn it comes out when you digivolve into Magna?
Mm-hmm.
Or on top of Magna? Yeah. So it's basically just Golden Knight.
It's literally 2.0. Awakening. It's the same.
Yeah, Awakening.
Thing. Except for it's also it can delay into a Paladin mode if they like try to kill Magna.
I was even trying to see if there were any other Paladin modes we could play outside of Paladin mode Ace, but I don't think any of them are even worth it.
You could play the white one, but the white one is Garbo.
Yeah, I was like, there's no point in playing any of these. But
put it in the deck because we have the Ghost Rare.
No, I would never play that card. I can't do that.
If I play a deck with Blitz Omni, I'm playing my serialized Omni.
Yeah, I mean, why
not? Ben has 2 of those now.
Oh, he doesn't have the second one yet. He's got to wait for it to come in the mail, but yeah.
All right, go ahead, Brian.
Camp outside of his house. But yeah, so round 1, I played against Ben. I bricked game 1, but I won anyway. Because I had the Grav Crush in hand.
No, because he's playing Cinderella.
Okay, I was about to ask what he was playing. Yeah, because he's playing Cinderella. You can say that.
Yeah, and he just looks at me and he goes, "Man, that card needs to be banned."
What card?
Grav Crush.
I would agree with him. I think that card is broken.
And then I agreed with him, and I was like, "Yeah, especially since Ancient Garu's playing it now because they play the red base." And he just looks at me and goes, "I hate that."
Yeah.
Because I'm pretty sure every time me and Ben play and I'm playing the red hybrid deck, I'm pretty sure I beat him every time just because I have the Grav Crush.
Yeah.
It happens every time. Game 2, I walked face first into Valk. Like, I could have done a different play that would not have gotten me aced. But I was like, is he playing a level 6 ace?
I gotta say, it was so funny because I'm over here just beating the hell out of Eosmon. So I'm like listening to what's going on, and just Brandon going, man, if you've got the Valk, and the Valk is what minus 5,000, and he's like sitting there doing like geometry, and it's just like, dude, he's got it or he doesn't have it. What's going on over there?
Well, the problem is the Valk, when it comes out, it's gonna board wipe me because my Aguni's 5k. So I can't Ancient Warp. My level 3s are obviously not 5k.
Mm-hmm.
So I'm just like hard stuck. Because like even if you have the inheritables, it's not going to see it. It's just going to immediately come out at 5k and die. Right?
You mean when you Evo?
Yeah. Would he see his inheritables?
Give me the exact interaction you're referring to. It is ruin mode, but give me the interaction you're referring to. Because if the inheritables are static, then
just your turn plus 2,000.
Yeah, you would come out, and whatever you evo on top of that, it's going to be plus 2k.
Oh, okay. Well,
it has to be like a gained effect, like a when digivolving effect wouldn't happen.
Yeah, like Aldemon. Aldemon would be 3k until he finished evoing. In that case, he would be 4,000 bigger.
Yeah. But a static, just like plus 2k or whatever, that would just immediately be an effect.
Would you not get to, when attacking with the Agunimon, digivolve into Ancient?
If
not if he's 5k or less, but if he's bigger than that, yeah.
Aguni promo is also only 400, so I couldn't use that. But anyway, so I walked face first into the Valk and just died, instead of just evoing into the Ancient Garu and popping the stack.
Great Greymon.
Yeah. Couldn't help but notice he added Edamon and Valk in his list.
Crazy, right? Especially since he said, "Oh yeah, Edamon's a puppet."
Yeah, because I was like, why are you just playing like one of that card? And he's like, it's searchable. And I was like, is it? And he's like, it's a puppet. And I was like, dude, that's so broken.
That's so good.
I don't like that he's searchable.
And then game 3, I outpaced him. Like, I go first, I think, and I go rookie in back, rookie out front. And he hard played the level 5 just to pop my rookie. And then I just promoted a Goonie, or not a Goonie, Burning, a Goonie, Ancient, pop your level 5, and I just had pace from there.
I'm assuming he bricked if he did that. I don't think he would do that.
He straight up said, like, I just didn't want you to check 2 of my security immediately, and I said, thank you, I still checked 2 of your security immediately.
How much memory did he give you to do that?
4, because it's a 7 cost.
That doesn't sound like Ben.
That's
Who
what he
are
did.
you and what have you done with Ben?
That's what he did. So I just kind of won from there. I think it's because he had the Valk, and I think he was ready to Valk me again.
Oh.
But I was just like, Ancient Greymon, pop your level 5.
Yeah, that's why you don't do that. Yeah.
Because he said, like, he had the level 4 and everything in hand he could have just built, but he was just like, I didn't feel like taking 2 to the face, I guess. Plus, if you didn't have the Ancient combo, you have to get Valked. And I was like, fair enough, but I had the Ancient combo, so...
Getting impatient with tier 3 decks, not good.
Yeah, Chris knows all about that.
Yeah.
Round 2 against Chris, playing Tyrant, we talked about it. Yeah, the turn you went into that Grand Kuaga was hilarious, because I had to let it sit for a turn, because again, somehow, some way, he gives me like 9 memory, because I have a bunch of Takuyas on the board that gain the 1.
Oh.
And I hard played 2 level 3s to try to search my deck. I drew from Koromon. I saw so many cards, I never saw a level 4 hybrid. That's all I needed to clinch the game, because I had the Grav Crush in hand, so I could just Grav Crush hybrid game. Never saw it, so I had to wait an additional turn just to kill him, but I mean, it didn't matter, because he was in a bad spot the entire time. Round 3 against Will, playing 7 Great Demon Lords. I'm playing Red Hybrid.
Yeah, I feel like that's heavily in your favor.
I am speed.
Yeah.
He is not speed.
That deck's way too slow.
Yeah. So that was pretty easy. GG, easy, no re. 2-0'd. Took like 15 minutes, if that. Most of that was just me waiting for him to do all his stuff, and I just went, alright, turn my card sideways.
Mm-hmm.
The final round was against Robbie, playing Pulsemon, who has somehow, at this point in the night, also been undefeated.
It's because Ben's taking Cinderella. I'm not there. People are playing Nature Spirits.
Yeah. So, you know, we can no longer, you know, judge Pulsemon.
We still can.
He went undefeated for 3 rounds.
I'm trying to think of all who he played. He played Caleb. He played Caleb, who was playing Dragon Links.
Okay, so they don't see their hand. You just win.
I feel like Caleb should win. I feel like Caleb should win that. I don't know what happened.
He probably just didn't see Hina 2 out of 3 games. Would be my guess.
Yeah. He played me round 3, and I think he got down paired round 2. I remember him saying that. So I think he did play Nature Spirits.
Round 2 and 3.
Yeah.
So he just got a lucky bracket.
Yeah. Because he played against somebody who had never been there before.
Oh, a new person showed up?
Did he? That guy only played 1 round and then he dipped. He said he had to go.
He had to go, yeah. So he got your tournament pack, John, since you weren't there.
Did he say he got
Caleb? Hey, listen, he played Caleb's Zephagamon deck, and this is like one of his first times ever playing. Mm-hmm. He even had to call Ben over because we told him like Ben's our judge, and he goes, "Is this a playable hand?" And Ben laughed. He goes, "I can't answer that for you." Like,
Judge, should I keep this?
I'm like, why did we give him, of all decks, Zephagamon? Because that deck has so much going for it. And by the way, I want you to know. I just remembered this because of this interaction. You and Caleb cheated me out of a match 2 weeks ago. Vortex only allows you to attack Digimon.
Yeah, I thought that was like the whole point.
Yes, and Caleb played, literally, he goes, oh, you gave me just enough memory for this. Hard played the level 5 with Vortex, and it swung at me, and I go, is that how that goes? And Caleb goes, Sean, isn't that how Vortex works? And Sean goes, yeah, that's the whole point. And we just, okay.
In my defense, I was not at that table. And
I know.
All I knew was that he hard played it and swung. I did not realize he was attacking you for game.
And I'm like, I don't think that's how it works, but Sean says yes. I'm
Just pick up the card and read it. I'm pretty sure it explains the keyword vortex on it.
It does. It does.
Reading the card explains the card.
I believe
I'll take like 30% blame for that. I'm not gonna. I'm not taking half of it. Yeah.
35.
I chose to believe our judge over my own eyes.
Yeah, I feel like it's like, I don't know. Actually, I'm probably like 20%. I feel like it's like 40% Caleb, 40% you for not just picking up the card and reading it, and then 20% me being at the other table and just being like yelled a question.
I believe Caleb and Sean. I don't think they'd lie to me. Okay.
We wouldn't, but Caleb has misunderstood his cards in the past, so I would pick it up and read it if I were you. Yeah.
Yeah. So that was pretty funny. I was looking at the Vortex cards, and I was like, I read Vortex. I'm like, wait a damn second. This only allows you to attack Digimon. How did Caleb attack me for game with this card? Because I thought when he did it, I was like, that can't be right. I was like, is that how? Because Vortex, this is like week 1 of Vortex, by the way.
Yeah, that was the first week the set was legal.
Yeah, like we just got the stuff. So when he just drops it and like swings at me, I'm like, maybe that is the whole point of like you can just attack when it comes out.
By the way,
like, it is.
The first week a set is legal is the best time to read your opponent's cards when they try to do stuff to make sure that's how it works.
Yeah, I was just like, that's okay.
Yeah, I mean, I've lost a game to Caleb because he did stuff that was illegal and I didn't realize it in the moment. It happens.
Or you.
Yeah.
I hope you're listening to this, Caleb. I'll never forget.
Someone explained. I didn't even catch it when I was doing commentary, and someone was just like, "Hey, man, that's like a mandatory effect. Like he can't just unsuspend multiple times." Like, oh.
Yeah, you have to be able to suck it afterwards. But yeah, final round. Robbie playing Pulse because again he was undefeated. I was undefeated. He wants to be at 3 security. I told him I want you to be at 0 security.
Yeah.
So I did what Red Hybrid does, and I just turned my card sideways.
I did just sell him an entire Imperial core last night, so he probably will have that. So.
Did you sell your Pyodramons?
I only sold them 2 because they've gone down recently. They're only like hovering at like $20 right now, and he already has 2. And he was just trying to buy the entire thing, and I was like, okay, well, I'll sell it to you for like $70 for like all of it, because it was like 40 cards, but most of the cards are like pennies minus like the Pyodramons.
Yeah, it's mostly bulk.
Yeah, so I was just like, I'll sell it to you for this, like, and he's like, well, look at my trade stuff. If you want anything, like, try and bring the price down. I go, just buy the deck with just 2 Pyodramons. That'll bring the price down. I guess he didn't want to leave me, because we have a 5th Pyodramon, so we technically still have 3.
Okay.
So if I ever wanted to play it again, I'd only have to buy 1. He didn't want to just stick me with 3 and then have to pick up an extra one if I wanted it. And I was like, Robbie, that doesn't matter. If you want to bring the price down a little bit, just buy this with just the 2 Pyodramons.
Yeah.
He ended up doing that, so now he has that entire core. He doesn't have the Imperial Dramon Aces though. Because he sold 1 to you.
The Paladin modes?
Paladin modes, yeah. I mean, so he doesn't have those, which...
I see a lot of people just play like 1 or none of that card. Like, you don't really need it.
I don't think you need it either, especially in the aggro build, so...
yeah, you probably just straight up don't play it in the, like, wombo combo builds.
Yeah. So, yeah. So he has that now, so maybe he'll start playing that, and that'll be a way more competitive deck. Pulsemon. Hey, I'll give Pulsemon its credit.
Say Pulsemon's not competitive?
I think it's more competitive than some of the other meme decks that we've joked around about, like Gamamon and stuff like that, and Nature Spirits. At least the deck does something. Like I literally would set him to like two memory. He would like untuck his Leon, go to 3 as the memory setter, and then like suddenly be at 7 memory. I'm like, okay, well that does a lot more right there than any of those other decks did.
It does. It has the ability to pop off a little bit. I think the issue is just it's kind of inconsistent because it's like a pre-release deck because it has so many different colors in it at like the level 5 slot.
Right.
Yeah, I mean,
he also has access to Digivolve too, so I mean,
he has access to like all the best removal, like D-Evo and DP reduction, and he has quite a bit of removal in his deck. Like he has like 3 different removal options that I'm aware of, in addition to like some of his bodies doing stuff.
Right, and most of the time he's getting both effects off Lonky.
Yeah, it's pretty easy for him to get double effect off Lonky, which is really strong.
Yeah, so. I'll give it that. Like I still don't think it's like the best deck. It's not like a tier 1 deck. It's like a tier 2, French tier 3 deck. But you know, it's better than some of these other meme decks.
I would agree. Yeah, I'm not gonna say it's good, but it's definitely better than some other things you could take the locals to meme with.
Yeah. So, yeah, Brandon ended up going undefeated. He played nothing but easy decks all night.
Yeah. I knew once I got past round 2, it was smooth sailing.
Yeah, I feel like Robbie needs to approach the matchup into a red hybrid deck differently. He just needs to let you put him to 3 instead of him just
he did. He was wise.
Okay. Did he learn from the last time you played red hybrid versus his Pulsemon?
Yeah, where he didn't just immediately turn 1, hard play the dude, put himself to 3.
Choke you to 1, I'm at 3 memory. Good luck, have fun.
Goes to 3 because of Takuya. Thanks. No, he was actually smart. He didn't do that this time.
Okay, well that's good. He's learning.
It still didn't matter. I mean, honestly, but
that's funny. I just realized the Omni4Game and Digimon locals or Digimon logos weren't on the screen.
Oof.
Wow.
Yeah.
Gotta put it in post now.
No.
Yeah, they're just not doing that.
Sean doing editing work? What? There's
I'm just not going to take the time to do something stupid like that.
There's a reason we haven't seen IRL gameplay.
I edit things.
So, yeah, it was an alright night. Yeah, it was alright.
Yeah, you guys have fun next week.
Brandon, you're going to be there next week, damn it.
Yeah, are you not coming?
Yeah,
he's gonna come.
Gonna be out. Why would I leave my room and not play Sparking Zero?
You're getting the game like Tuesday, okay? You'll have Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, and Friday to play it. You can come to locals.
Yeah,
and then you have Saturday.
You'll be okay. You probably should take a break and shower after playing it nonstop for like 4 days.
You think I should shower instead of play Sparking Zero? Are you guys hearing yourselves?
Once you hit a certain number of hours, consecutive hours on a game, I think you should touch grass. It's probably good for you.
Sean, that's your kryptonite. All right, you can't say that.
That's why I don't do that.
It's true.
I don't allow myself to get lost in the sauce. That's why I don't play games.
I'm not going to be lost in the sauce. I'm going to be bathing in it.
Okay.
And the sauce may or may not be my own sweat.
Pull up these tournament results. Okay. I'm tired of this guy.
I don't know what this guy's talking about.
This disgusting freak over here.
Oh, I got this. I'll be right back.
I just wish I could have been a good enough 2-year-old so my parents wouldn't have had to have another one.
Another one.
That's a lot of ancient Garu.
Ugh. This is gonna be me next week, guys.
Joke's on you, I can't see it. No, Brandon, I can only see Sean's picture when
I'm taking 2 figures of Goku and Vegeta, and I'm smashing them against each other while making grunting noises.
All right, okay, let's go over these
For those
decks.
audio listeners like Chris, It's
right.
Super Saiyan Goku versus Super Saiyan Vegeta, and everybody knows Vegeta wins.
I will say this.
He did win at the end of the Broly movie, or whatever.
He
No,
did.
the
He's canonically never lost a fight to Goku.
Did he not? What happened with him and with Majin Vegeta and Goku?
He knocks him the hell out.
Oh.
Yeah, he karate chops him in the neck while Goku's back is turned like a coward.
Alright, first of all, guys, my wife is out of pocket. She said if Vegeta has never lost to Goku, why he leaking on his teams? On his Tims.
Teams?
On his teams.
Teams.
I'll say this about what these... I'll look at looking at these pie charts. I think we were kind of right. Mother Control is going to be like a strong deck that you're just going to have to hopefully get past. But I don't think it's going to top a whole lot. Like...
I think mirror matches are atrocious, and it doesn't do anything super substantial to a deck like Ancient Garu, where you don't care if your stuff gets blown up.
Yeah,
you're getting that security one way or another.
I think the issue with it is, one, you're going to have probably multiple draws, so that's obviously going to hurt your final standings. And that's primarily because like you kind of lack a win condition.
Right.
So like you're basically just going to be an annoying hurdle the deck's going to have to get over, kind of like Brandon was saying.
Agreed.
Was saying. All right.
Yeah, I don't see it topping. I just don't see it topping a lot. Like, how does it, like, it can win one game, but then like the game that you don't see your stuff, you're gonna lose.
Yeah, like if you bot deck all your Shotos and stuff, like you're just like, okay, cool, you win.
Yeah.
My mothers are useless now. They're just 15k vanillas.
Hands over.
Yeah. All right. So we have Carta Magica's September online regionals. Let's see.
All the Leviamon's kind of crazy too.
Yeah, I mean it
has a good matchup.
Yeah. 4 Imperials, 3 Ancient Garus, 2 Mirage, 2 7 Great Demon Lords, 2 Levia, 1 Yellow Vaccine. I'm assuming that's it's Magnavax. 1 Fenry, and then 1 Mother Control. So this was the regionals that I signed up for that took place last Saturday, that Ben was also in. No, there we go. I'm trying to get these ads off the screen. Stupid website. I didn't feel like participating. 1, I already have my invite, and 2, I wasn't feeling super well. So I just
3, we were doing the podcast.
Yeah, 3, we were also recording the podcast. But I did not fill up to like 9+ hours of Digimon that day. So we have Alexander Salahian, 16th place Imperial. Let's take a look here.
Oh, he's playing the Magna combo.
Yeah, he's playing the Hexblow as well, which is very smart.
He's playing 3 Magna X's.
Yeah, I think that's just his. This is the deck that we were kind of talking. This was like the deck I was thinking of a little bit before I came across the one that you kind of put out.
Yeah, this deck is. I wouldn't even call this Imperial. I'm not sure what I would call it though. Yeah.
Free.
Free trait.
Yeah, the deck.
Yeah, it's basically designed around DNAing into Pyodramon, swinging a couple times, and evening into Magna X.
Mm-hmm. Then telling your opponent to eat a bag of dicks.
Basically. It's way more piece reliant than the one that I posted. For those of you that are watching, it's a video that went up yesterday. Because like you have to see that blue green Tamagotchi guy. The level 4. Mm-hmm. You have to see that just to even have your Magna, right? Because it has to have armor form. Oh, and that Magnamon. Yeah. Magnamon. But like you have to see a blue and a green to DNA into a Pyodramon. Right. You can hard evo into Pyodramon, but it's way worse doing that because it's 4 memory. Mm-hmm. But it can be done. He's playing 1 Hex, which is kind of interesting.
What's that Fluffymon do? The Tama?
Oh.
Because he's playing that 5th one.
When this Digimon deletes your opponent's Digimon in battle, gain 1 memory.
I even play a 5th one.
Yeah, I don't know if I would even play a 5th Tama. Like, I don't see the games. Maybe he had issues against some other control where he ran out of Tamas. I'm not sure, but I probably wouldn't put a 5th Tama in this deck.
Especially like Fluffy. Maybe why not just play another Demi Vmon?
Yeah, because like this Wormmon doesn't even Evo on top of that guy.
I think most of the time with Wormmon, aren't you just on playing it to DNA or to Digivolve from trash?
Yeah, you're playing it off the Davis and Kin most of the time.
Yeah. Okay, well, interesting. I mean, it's different than most of the Imperial Digimon lists we were looking at, so...
Yeah, it's definitely unique. I wouldn't call it Imperial, though.
Yeah.
Hien Hyun. Hope I'm saying that right. 15th place. Also Imperial. Let's see if it's actually Imperial. It is. This is actually Imperial.
It's actually Imperial. Yeah.
Yeah, see, most of those play like...
The existence of dragon modes.
1 or 0. Yeah, the existence of actual Imperial cards besides Fighter and Paladin.
Yep, Imperial.
That is Imperial. Tyler Sear, Mother Control. This is the only Mother Control that topped. Yeah, so he's playing 2 Quartz and 2 Paladin Aces. And
the Quartz one is your real win condition in this deck.
That's a true win condition. Probably the reason why he topped is because he actually had win conditions in his deck.
Yeah. Edamons plus Trident Arms, smart, having Taunt, and other than just your hybrids, of course.
Yeah. 4 Shotos, obviously. And
yeah.
That's actually kind of nasty. You can play Heaven's Judgment in anything that you're playing Shoto in.
Yep.
That's pretty stupid. Boo, Bandai.
Shoto.
Bad Bandai, bad.
Yeah.
Good cards are good.
Congrats. And we have another Imperial, Samantha. Let's see if this is actual. Yeah, this is real Imperial.
Yeah, Imperial.
Yep.
Imperial with a splash of Witch in me.
Yeah, 1 Exile randomly. This must be for the Mother Control matchup, I'm assuming.
Yeah, I agree. Because it's got to just be for Mother.
Yeah.
Hexblow is the Mom Dominator.
I guess so. Ariel 12th Finraluga. Let's see. This is the Wombo Combo version, which is probably the best version.
Anybody out there who's good with like editing skills, can you make a Sigma Hexblow? Can we get that?
Okay.
It's got to have the music and everything.
Yeah, this is pretty standard.
Yep.
Joshua, Ancient Garu, red base. No graph
He's playing the Gaussmon. What's that card do again? Doesn't it like delete something, or does it?
No, it keeps you from
plays another one.
Dissolution require, or you can't reduce Evo costs.
Oh, that's right. It just randomly has an extra like 3,000 DP if you have multiple out. Okay.
Yeah. And I think it's your
It's like the only floodgate that has 2 effects.
Yeah, it's so weird. It just randomly has multiple effects.
Pretty good.
Yeah.
That's pretty standard.
Relatively standard.
Then we have maxing out on the Ukos.
Yeah. Benin with Leviamon 10th place. Okay, this guy was going way more hard on the Leviah stuff. He's got 3 Biting Crush.
Yeah. He's playing the Cerberus Mon package too.
Yeah. And
this is one of the only lists I've seen that is playing both Gabu and Garu X. I've seen lists where they cut one,
but still play the other.
Yeah.
He's also playing Anubis. I wonder how many games that just won.
Yeah, I mean, if you see it, that card puts you so far ahead if your opponent doesn't immediately answer it. I think this card legitimately should be at 0. It's that good. He's also
it's pretty stupid.
He can also recycle it with I believe it's this Labramon. Yeah. Which is just a 1-up, but you can play that back by a lot of your effects.
Right.
It's like it's very easy for purple decks to still abuse this card and recycle it. Congrats. Then we have Miguel with another Leviamon. Let's see. Pretty similar. There's a little difference in some of the ratios, but this looks about the same.
Yeah, I was gonna say it just looks like the numbers are different.
Yeah.
He's also playing the Lotmon X, right?
Yeah, this little guy lets you just trash a card out of your hand.
Pretty good.
Yeah. Congrats. Then we have Ancient Garu Red Base.
Are any of the ones on the top not red bait? What the heck? This is probably the most different one I've seen.
You just bounce back the searcher and just keep doing it, right?
Yeah, this is his replacement for the memory gain Ukamon, because this gives you 2 memory at the start of main phase. It's actually pretty smart.
You can just bounce itself back too.
Yeah.
You can just keep doing it over and over again. Damn, who'd imagine them not putting once per turn or like hard caps on those things?
Well, I mean, there's nothing you can.
I know, but I'm sorry, like making them more restricted.
Oh, like if it was
you
like
can only use the effect of Lunamon once per turn.
I mean, you can't. I mean, I don't think hard once per turns should happen in the game, at least not yet. But this probably, like a lot of this archetypes support, should have said Nightclaw or Light Fang trait.
Right. That's what I meant was be a little bit more specific with their own archetype.
Yeah. Also
less
playing
generic.
2 Tyankaris. That's pretty interesting.
Maybe just to make his attacks and his security a little bit more free.
That and it's just
Lobo and Kendo can evo on top of him as well.
Yeah.
Yeah, they can. I forget the evo on top of yellow tamers. Huh.
No, it's just another hybrid. I mean, I think you have to pay full cost. I think you end up having to pay 3, but
yeah. Yeah, and it's also just additional memory at a certain point in the game. Every single turn.
I mean, it's a good tamer.
Oh, that's pretty interesting. That was Brian, and then we have I'm assuming this is Jorge with Magnavax 7th place. Let's take a look here. Jesus.
Ooh, that is Option Card City. It looks right though.
The TK and Cody just for the D-Digivolve.
There's no DNAs in this deck.
Well.
Oh, yeah, that's right. You do have the DNA to do that effect, don't you?
Yeah, this would just let you abuse this Patamon every turn.
Right.
And gain a memory when you evo.
Three different Tamas. This guy loves chaos.
What the hell, dude?
What the?
I didn't even notice
I didn't even
that.
look at that.
Come on, dog.
He loves chaos. He's like, I'm gonna get one of them.
He said, my Tamas are like a bag or a box of chocolates. You don't know what you're gonna get.
I heavily disagree with the 3 different Tamas, but whatever. I mean, he topped.
The man literally said, yeah, I posed myself a challenge. I want to play as many Tamas as I can and still top.
Yeah, I do like the Res Greymon tech. I think that's pretty strong, because like, if you Evo Magna X on top of it, you're swinging for 2 checks twice, potentially.
Right.
Yeah, makes sense.
Yeah, it looks interesting, though. Congrats. Then Dan Vang with Imperial, 6th place. Wonder how long it's been since he's topped with Imperial specifically.
Well, he was on Numamon for the longest.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
He doesn't really seem to try to cope with Imperial when it's
unless it's actually good.
Yeah, unless it's actually like one of the best decks. Which is smart. You don't want to just be married to a deck, because when it gets to where it's bad, you're just never going to top.
Yeah.
Me with Garu.
He's playing double Hexablow.
Hey, you gotta make sure you see it.
He said he wants them to tag team that mother.
I wonder if it'd be smart if this deck started teching in some Sora and Joes to just have Hexblow be even more of a threat. I don't know where you would fit it in, because the deck's super tight as it is, but
yeah,
if they could find a way to get if they could find a way to get it in there, the Soren Joe plus the Hexblow would go pretty hard, because then your opponent's Digimon is really just screwed, not just Mother.
Well, the Davison Ken strips 3 sources when you DNA.
Right.
So I don't know if you need the Soren Joe. Like this card is broken enough with the source strip.
That card is basically already a Soren Joe.
Yeah. So stupid, dude. 3 sources is so ridiculous.
How does Hexblow work against Tyrant? It would still kill Tyrant, right?
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah, because it's just like Mother. What am I talking about?
Yep, you got it. They just crash into the suspended Tyrant and laugh at you. I wonder if that's also why this is in there. It's like Tyrant, lol. Congrats.
Because the Tyrant is susceptible to like options and tamer effects, right? So you could Sora Joe out their sources, and then they're just screwed.
Yes.
Okay. Man, if only I had 2 more copies of Hexblow, I'd actually build the game.
Buy them.
Or build the deck.
We have another red-based Ancient Garu. This is a little more standard. He's playing 2 Zudamon Aces. Not a bad idea.
And the Jet.
And the 1-of Jet that people play. Yeah.
And people are saying we still can't bring that card to 4.
I feel
I'm
like
sure somebody will find a way to abuse it.
I think if you put it to... What I'm understanding is the next wave of hybrid support is the reason why we can't bring it back. If I'm understanding correctly. That was AJ. We have Zach with Mirage. So we got here. Triple Hexablow.
Is he playing that level 4 card right there? Just for the jamming?
Just for the inheritable?
Yeah, jamming is an inheritable. God. It also can give one of your Digimon jamming by tucking a level 3. So he's playing 2, 6, 7 jamming sources.
Can I just say, I really love all these blues just adopting a splash of Hexblow.
Yeah, literally.
Well, Hexblow's never been the problem.
Yeah, he's definitely better as a side mega than he is like a primary strategy, that's for sure.
Right.
Yep, congrats. Then we have Benjamin Moore with 7 Great Demon Lords coming in 3rd place.
Well, we don't have to look at this. This deck probably sucks.
This guy probably sucks at Digimon. I distinctly remember 2-0ing him the night before at Locals before he took this to the regional.
I remember getting 0-2'd by him that same night.
I also remember that same thing happening to me.
Yeah, basically he realized that abusing the hell out of Lucimons over and over is like one of the best parts of this deck. So he added the calling.
Don't say.
Yeah. So he added the calling so he can do it way more, and he added the Masty so he can do it even more.
Yeah, it's I mean, because it's also really good right now because he can either force you to do the security or blow up your like Shoto.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I mean? So it's gonna be like slow and painful, or he's just gonna Agudam on you by that time.
Yeah, and also this is a trap card versus a lot of the good decks like Mirage and Ancient Garu. Like they have to bounce this; it's a mandatory effect, and he's like, "Okay, play this guy. I'll blow your stuff up." Yeah. Congratulations to Ben winning his 2nd Omnimon. Then we have Brody, 2nd place with Mirage.
Just remember, guys, always lose round 1. That's how you top.
Yeah, Ben lost round 1 and then won out the rest of the
undefeated.
day. Yeah.
See, this is the kind of stuff I was... Yeah, this is what I was talking about. Like, this stuff should have been more specific to his own archetype. It's just crazy you can play this in, like, other decks.
Yeah.
I love how he does play the Apollo Mon too, because he can just be like, haha, your security's gone.
Yeah, the Apollomon is crazy. You can get like 3 or 4 checks with him for like nothing.
Yeah, is this the one that lets you unsuspend? Yeah.
Yeah.
It's the 1-of. Yeah.
And then of course, you have the dash of Witchenly.
And the the triple Hexablow. This has
Look, he's not even
they had
playing.
to have done this for Mother Control. Like, I think that was what everybody was teching for, was Mother.
I mean, think about it. It also outs like any deck that like just hard plays stuff. So like your Demon Lord decks, you're forcing them to delete their stuff that turn instead of well, no, because you'd have to be able to swing into it.
Yeah, it doesn't have raid.
No. I mean, I guess it means they can't block if they play like a what's his name?
You can still block.
Well, I'm saying you can't suspend.
No, it's only opponent's turn. You can still block, but you just die.
Oh yeah, you just die.
Yeah.
I will say
sure their gates doesn't delete anything.
Yeah.
This should show what the real problem is in Mirage.
Hexblow?
This Mirage, because he's playing this without the burst mode and no Thomases.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, this card is the problem.
What's the real problem?
Yeah, it's this card.
Mirage could exist without that card.
It definitely could. You just go back. You just play the BT4 Mirage.
And a bunch more burst modes, probably like 3.
Yeah.
Pretty sure most standard lists play 2 to 3 anyway.
Then we have, I think this is pronounced Sergey, 7 Great Demon Lords. He went 9-0.
Raven the Hunter.
Ben mentioned that this deck was similar to his, but I disagree. Because Ben's playing like double Masty, and he's also playing 1 BT7 Luce. This guy was not doing that.
He's also playing the Lilith X. Has been playing that?
I don't think so. Do you see I don't see Lilith X.
Oh, is that just regular Lilith font? Yeah,
That is
just
regular.
I agree this is a really good tech, because it lets you play around Paladin mode. Because you can, it's end of opponent's turn, you can draw one and then trash one, or you do draw one, trash one. It's like you can just hold the Unga Bunga until it doesn't matter what your opponent does. Because even if they Paladin mode you, when you trash gates, all of your stuff that you need to kill them is going to be in the trash.
Right.
I think that's a really good tech. I agree with Ben on this. He needs to probably add this as like a one of, because you can play it out back from trash. I think from. What's that one guy's name? Never mind, this guy's not even playing that. Okay. The, like, Greed Demon Lord? I forget his name.
Oh, Barba?
Yeah, that's it. Yeah. Congratulations. Nice. Alright.
Man, imagine making a 7 Great Demon Lord archetype and making one of the Demon Lords so god-awful they just don't ever see play.
A couple of them are pretty bad to the point where they're just names.
Yeah.
Yep. And even then, I think people would rather just use the option cards as names instead.
Yeah. Then we have Latin America TCG events, online regional. This was September 22nd. Stupid ads, get off my screen.
Damn. 7 Ancient Garus.
Jesus, dude.
That is a big pie chart of just Patamon right there.
Only 128 players. Do you want to make note of that? Yeah, 7 Ancient Garus, 3 7 Greats, 2 Yellow Vaccines. They're both Magnavaxes. 1 Imperial, 1 Mirage, 1 Tyrant, 1 Mother. Alright. Ancient Garu, red base.
No, it's Ancient Garu.
It's Ancient Garu.
Yeah, nothing crazy in this one. Ancient Garu, red base.
Well, I wonder if it's going to be any different.
He's playing one Shine Greymon burst mode.
He's also playing the purple Mat and the Gaussmon.
Yeah.
Diversity.
Yep. Okay, and then Magnavax. Let's take a look here. 4 pillows, I agree with that.
He's playing the Mind Link Tamer.
Yeah.
I think this is one of the only decks I've seen where they're only playing the one Tama.
Yeah, I feel like you should just commit to one or the other.
I mean, yeah, without playing Ukomons, I mean, you don't really need to play a 5th.
Yeah, I agree. I think that's the reason why I wasn't playing 5 is because he wasn't playing Ukos. Lots of search cards. 4 emissaries. This guy wasn't hecking around.
He said, I'm going to get in there.
Yeah.
One way or another.
Congrats. And then we have another Ancient Garu, red base.
What? No. Oh, he's got the
Finally,
Grav Crush,
yeah,
boys.
Finally seen a Grav Crush and a burst mode.
And a burst, yeah.
Okay. Ancient Garu, does that say blue base? Oh, okay.
Gabu base.
So this is Ancient Omni. No, never mind. No, it's not. He's just also playing a couple of Gabumons.
Yeah, he's playing the Bond.
You. Get this the heck off my screen.
Maybe that's what I'll build.
Yeah.
Since I feel like I'm kind of running my course with the Ancient Omni deck.
Yeah, I mean, I feel like this is still a really good win condition. You just swing multiple times.
Yep. Promote Gabumon, go Burr.
Exactly.
My
It says
favorite
Gabu base.
pastime.
Then we have Mirage.
Don't even have to specify color, just specify it's Gabu.
Yeah. This is pretty standard. He's playing this Amphimon Ace.
Yeah.
We've seen
This
that.
dude literally said, I haven't changed my deck in 2 sets.
2 sets? Just 2?
Yeah, you're right.
Yeah, it's been. I think this is the newest card in the deck from EX6.
Yeah, so 2 sets.
Yeah.
Boom. Yeah, because remember he had to take out some Hammer Sparks.
This deck's
Yeah, true.
barely changed in a year. Like little bitty changes.
It depends on what version you're playing. Some people.
He said, if it ain't broke, don't fix it.
I mean, that is true.
He was also playing the Bukamon, which was, I think, a bizarre choice, but I don't know how that one works, so.
Bukamon.
The top.
Oh, it's because he's playing
Yeah.
this level 5.
Playing level 5.
Yeah, it
Oh,
makes
yeah,
this a
that
2
makes
Evo,
sense.
basically.
Yeah, that makes sense.
Then another Ancient Garu red base.
What? No way.
Yep.
He's playing that Flamemon, which I find a little curious. Instead of playing the good Searcher, he plays the Discard Draw 2. I don't know if you ever hard play that thing. I don't know what point there is in that.
I feel like this might be better because like it lets you draw into cards that you normally can't search, like your options.
You don't draw, yeah.
Yeah.
I guess that makes sense.
Yeah. I can understand that. 7 Great Demon Lords. A different deck.
Another one.
Another one. This guy's doing a 3-1 Lucamon split like we've seen in the past.
Yeah, I mean, playing against Ben, I can see why people do it now. If it's a tamer-heavy format, you can just be like, ha, Jover.
Yeah, the difference is Ben is playing 4-1.
Yeah.
Still playing Emperor.
Yeah, 2 Emperor and 2 Mako. No Shoto. I just realized.
They just didn't come in the mail yet.
That's quite possible. Yeah, I feel like a lot of people agree that like Shoto, like one of the decks that benefited greatly from Shoto was this deck, so it's surprising not seeing it. Yeah, the double Mako is interesting. I don't know how I feel about that. I mean, it's a cool search card, but
I feel like I'd rather fill that spot with something else.
yeah, I guess you can gain a memory every time you play this guy, but that's it. Congrats. Then we have Mother Control 8th place.
Dang, they actually got up there.
Yeah, they did. 2 Quartz
I knew them on card. I thought those were extinct.
So double Cherub, double Quartz, double Paladin. Those are the win conditions. This Shakumon's pretty nasty because it's immune to Digimon effects. Like it kind of forces your opponent to play into an ace if they want to attack you.
Yep. It's probably why they're playing that Numa card. So you have a DNA target.
Oh yeah, it is. Yeah, they just Evo into a hybrid and then hard play this. Yeah, I agree. And it's a security Digimon.
Good stuff.
That's pretty interesting. Yeah, this guy's playing more win conditions. That's why he got higher.
Is there a reason they're playing Trident Arm over the 1-cost option? Because Trident Arm doesn't also de-Digivolve?
No, Trident Arm... Or Trident Arm de-evos. The Lopalis' Demon just...
It's just taunt.
Yeah, I think it just taunts. It's like this de-evos like 3 stages, I think.
An extra 5 memory just so they could also de-evo. Makes sense. Do you have to taunt the same target, or it just
I don't think so.
de-evo something and then taunt?
Yeah, it's de-evo and then taunt. Yeah.
Okay. Yeah, alright.
I think it's mostly to get around partition. That's probably why he's also playing the Vikes.
Makes sense.
Where was I? Oh, 7 Great Demon Lords.
Next one. Yeah.
This guy's doing the 4-1 split of the Elusimons.
Went to Shoto.
Yeah, he's also playing Shoto.
Am I the only one who, when we see a bunch of decks that are similar, my eyes just kind of gloss over and I stop paying attention to the details?
No.
I just try and look for like different cards.
Yeah, that's what I do. I just skim for differences. Yeah, this is pretty normal. Then we have another Magnavax.
Oh my god, is that
Jesus.
starter deck 3 Patamon?
Yes, it is. Gone but not forgotten. It's playing it as a 2 of.
Hey. Rep.
Well, I mean, he's playing Burst Mode.
Yeah, Burst Mode.
Thal.
Ruin Mode.
Rapid X.
Death X.
Yeah.
Yeah, Mega Guardian.
So he's getting some memory. He'll get that memory.
Yeah, Cody, TK, Digimon Emperor, good stuff.
Mm-hmm. That's a pretty interesting list. Congrats.
Surprised he's not playing the duel, Cody.
Yeah, I was actually surprised by that too, since he's playing like so many Patamon targets. But I mean, you're only benefiting from playing this one because if you've on top of this, it just goes back to your hand next turn since you don't DNA.
Yeah, I guess that's fair.
Ancient Garu Gabu base.
Let's go another one.
Let's take a look. Interesting.
Yep.
He's playing this, but he's not playing. Oh, he's not even playing Gabu Bond.
Nope.
No, this is just like more standard stuff.
Got a hybrid, got some Zudos. Yep.
Congrats. And then 7 Great Demon Lords again. Let's see. Cannon Crier. I forget what this guy even does. When an effect plays a Digimon on your opponent's turn, suspended to gain 1 memory.
Maybe just try and steal turn.
Yeah, I mean it would only trigger like with the Chaos mode or your Rise delay option.
I mean, also if you're playing against Imperial.
Yeah, it just takes a little bit of memory away. I don't know. I feel like.
I mean, how many of them are they playing?
Do what?
How many of the Keenan are they playing?
2. I don't know how I feel about it. It worked out for him, but I don't know if I'd want to play this in here.
I mean, if you're like worried about Imperial, it can just help slow them down just a wee bit. I don't know by how much, but it's something.
Oh, congrats. And then Tyrant, 3rd place. This guy high rolled himself all the way to the finals.
For real.
Double Paladin, triple shiny Mega Kabu. He's playing this Hercules Kabuterimon. Is this standard? I don't remember seeing this in list.
Yeah.
Is it?
No, most lists you're playing 1 or 2 now. I was also playing 1. It's a really good card. I mean, just start of your turn, you get to suspend one of your opponent's Digimon and then give your Tyrant Piercing.
Oh, yeah, I guess that is pretty good.
And while it's suspended, it's unaffected by stuff, so...
Yeah, so it's another immune dude.
Mm-hmm.
Congratulations. And then Ancient Garu blue base, not Gabu, but blue. He's playing 4 Gomamons.
Yep.
I mean, it makes sense. Makes you have more unblockable targets.
Oh yeah, true. That's right. I was like, why would? Because I was thinking about the inheritable, and I was like, I don't feel like you'd get that very often. But yeah, I forget that he has a start of main phase effect.
Yeah, so you can make it unblockable, go into your Ancient Lobo combo, and then you're just GG's.
Yeah, so this is a good tech versus mother control decks. It's where you just like, lol. You better have an ace.
Lol.
Yeah. Oh, congrats.
Yeah, you better have multiple bodies set up on the board because this Ancient's bouncing something.
Yeah, and it ain't gonna be your mother. This guy's also playing 3 different Digitamas.
No.
Wild.
Gee, what the hell? I do not understand that.
What year is this?
Hey, this guy told his friends, he's like, watch this. I'm going to play 3 different Tamas, and this deck's so strong, I'm still going to win.
I'm going to win in spite of this. Yeah, other than that, it's pretty standard list. Congratulations. So he just won the whole thing with Imperial. Alright, then we have one more. TAC Games, October Online Regionals. God, stupid ads. Alright, this also had 128 players, so also very small. 3 Levi X, 3 Decks, 2 7 Greats, 2 Ancient Garus, 1 Magna X, I'm assuming this is the armor variant, 1 Fenry, 1 Mirage, 1 Omnimon Ace, 1 Imperial, 1 Shine. Starting off with the Shine deck that came in 16th. I'm curious what this looks like. Double Patamon. That's the first thing I noticed.
Pataman.
He's playing the new Marcus without the option card. Bold choice.
So, I have tested a Jank Shine list versus Ben recently, and I'm
trust us. Ben was very adamant last night that he said, I can't believe he uploaded that match or that video yesterday. He better upload the Shine Greymon one. So
we'll see.
Yeah, that's what I said. I said, Ben, were you rolling him? He goes, sorta. I go, that's never seen the light of day. He's like, yeah, you're right.
Yeah. I've considered it. It was interesting, but it was basically like I literally, because I was playing such a jank list, Ben started coping on heavy metal. He was like, maybe this deck isn't that bad after all. And I was like, Ben, it's an illusion, I promise. It's not that good.
It's not you. It's me. Trust me.
Literally. I was playing this Shine and some of this Marcus though, and that's basically the combo. Because like, you block with him, he dies, gets recovered, they hit it out of security again, he becomes a blocker again. So like, you basically you can recycle this. You don't really need to play the Awakening with this Tamer.
Yeah, but I mean, I feel like this deck is better when it's just going into like the burst mode and just trying to kill your opponent.
I agree.
Like it's like a mixture of them trying to be controlling while also having that little bit of aggression, but it's like I feel like you should lean into one or the other.
No, I don't mean for this to sound offensive, but this to me screams like a Caleb deck where he said it's a new card, so I'm playing it.
I mean, some of these cards aren't that bad. I'm happy he's not playing the Agumon. I mean, this just allowing you to suspend your Tamers at will,
right,
isn't that bad. Because it lets you just suspend this Marcus without having to pay for it to swing with it. So it's kind of like functionally like how I would play BT2 Shine, except for that was like a board wipe.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I don't think the Geo and the Rise are necessarily bad. I think the Agumon's pretty rough, but
yeah, the Agumon's just bad.
Yeah. Yeah, he is playing the win condition, which is the BT12 Shine and the BT13 Burst mode. Yeah, congrats.
Yeah.
Imperial. Yay. Let's look. Yeah, that's pretty standard.
Yep. Yeah, very.
What? You mean
standard.
That's Imperial? No.
Then we have a Dex, a Darugamon, 1 Mega Gargo. Playing the purple base instead of the black base. Which I think it lets you be way more aggressive than the black base.
Yeah.
I think you kind of need to be like that.
With the Balmon.
Mm-hmm. Well, it's not that. It's, this gives you Alliance. Like playing the Age of Alliance. So it lets you kill people a lot quicker. Congrats. And then we have Leviah X. Yep.
Yep.
That's Leviah X.
I just feel like this deck lets you draw so much, you just get to Anubis, and then that's how you win.
I mean, it does, dude. This deck has so much draw power. It's very easy if you can somehow stall this deck out to just deck them out. Like, everything they do draws cards. It's kind of crazy how much cycle that deck has. Then we have Canning Win, 7 Greats. 3-1 Chaos Mode ratio. Only 2 Shotos. That's surprising. Guess he just couldn't find room for more. Yep. Pretty standard. Ancient Garu red base. Let's see. That's pretty standard.
Yep, that's red base.
Yep. Then we have Levia X Lilith. I wonder what that means.
Oh, I was playing the Mervamon and the Lilith cards.
He's playing the Anubis Merva combo. Yo, if I see it, you're dead. Yeah, he's literally playing that mini package of like the old Anubis deck.
He's not even playing Binding Crush.
That is kind of surprising, but he I imagine it was hard for him to fit that if he was fitting this entire.
This just screams to me purple the deck.
No, he's literally playing draw power. He's even playing the old school Lady Devimon. Doesn't that just let you draw 2 and discard something, right?
Draw 2, discard 2.
Discard 2.
Yeah.
Yeah, see, he's just like, hey, I'm going to get to the Anubis Merva combo, and you're just going to have to like it.
Yeah. And also playing the Lilith and stuff is pretty nasty. Lilith and Lilith X. It's interesting, but yeah. I mean, I feel like he won a lot of games by just doing the Anubis Merva combo.
Wonder how that does against Omnimon.
I don't know. Omni Ace. Let's see. Oh, this is just like... Yeah,
that's a normal list.
Yeah, no Alter B. Surprising that he decided to play an Alter S over an Alter B.
I fundamentally disagree. I like having my win button.
I would agree.
But hey, worked for him.
Yeah, it did work out for him.
How many of the BT15 Melgas? Is that 2 or 1?
Just 1.
Damn, 4. Okay. That's why he doesn't have Alter B. Couldn't afford it.
That's quite possible. It's like a $30 card, I think, right now.
Poor people are poor.
Yeah. Hey,
I'm a poor person. I would know.
Exactly, dude. It takes one to know one. Ancient Garu red base. I can already tell this is 1 grav, 1 burst mode. Outside of that, pretty standard. Double 0 base.
Yeah. Everything looks good.
Another Dex. Let's see which base this is. Okay, so we got black base Dex.
Black base.
Playing this Agumon.
Is the Seraph just that much better than the Mercury? That you want to play it over it? Because I know don't you have to Evo for 3?
It taunts.
Doesn't the other one taunt as well?
I don't think so. I don't think Mercury taunts. Yeah, the taunt is like the best part of this deck because it lets them basically force you to let them like do all their stuff.
Yeah, well then why aren't they paying Edamon?
Because
you don't have to answer. I'm trolling.
Okay. It works really well with this deck because of this guy's effect.
Obviously. Yeah. I just thought both of them taunted, but I guess I was wrong.
No.
Oh yeah, isn't the Mercury like give blocker?
Yeah, I think it turns 1 into a blocker for the turn.
That's right.
Yeah, so this guy has access to 6 taunts. Which, yeah, I think that's how you get blown out versus this deck is when they taunt you and then force you to play into their level 6s, which are stupid.
Well, joke's on you, I play a blue deck that just bounces stuff to their hand, so...
Well, if you leave something on the field, you will be taunted. Congrats. We have Mirage, 6th place.
That's Mirage with X.
Play cost reduction? Yeah, so this is like for 7 great and stuff like that.
Makes sense.
1 Hexablow, yeah. 7 great Demon Lords. 4-1 on the Lucamon ratio. He's also playing one of the Karada.
Just makes sense now that Paladin exists.
Yeah.
Purple players are starting to adapt, overcome, improvise. I think I said that in the wrong order, but whatever.
Yeah, whatever. Yeah, definitely a really good tech, because Paladin mode literally doesn't matter if you have enough sources in your gates.
All right.
Yeah, it no longer becomes a game of bot deck their trash as soon as they get the Aguda in there. Now it's just maybe bot deck their trash a little sooner to make sure they don't get enough names under their stack.
I said this earlier, and I was wrong, but this guy's actually playing the Lilith X.
He is. He's playing it most likely just for a name. Because he's also playing the Bills X. I think he was just like maximizing his names.
Maybe somebody typed with 3 Great Angels and he thought, never again.
I mean, she doesn't... Yeah. She's not good into 3 Great Angels. It's Lilithmon and the option. Those are good into 3 Great Angels.
Gotcha. Okay.
She's just like... okay.
A little spice on top.
Yeah. Congrats. Then we have another Dex, 4th place. This is Black Base. He's also playing... He's playing triple Sephiroth. So he's got 7 taunts.
Somebody better get Cloud in here.
Who? Oh. Is that a Final Fantasy reference?
It was.
Okay.
So proud of you, Sean.
AG, thank you. I've never played those games, but I'm familiar with some of the characters' names. Congrats. Then we have Fenry, 3rd place.
Do you know who Fox McCloud is?
Yeah, Star Fox 64.
God, you're such a boomer.
I am, dude. I played that game on N64.
Yeah, so did we.
Yeah, this is pretty standard. He's playing 4 of the Kazuchis. Only 3 of the Fins. I guess that makes sense because it's actually
right?
Yeah, it's actually searchable by like all of your search cards, as opposed to this just being straight up unsearchable.
What were you saying, Chris?
Oh, I was just saying I think it's because it's searchable.
Yeah.
I was agreeing with you guys.
Yeah, it's probably a good idea if you're trying to make room for something, because that's like 1 card you could probably cut to 3.
Right. I mean, you only never need to see the 1.
Yeah, you only need to see it once. Then we have Magna X, 2nd place. Double Flame Dramon. This guy's rich.
Oh, this guy's got money.
This guy's got so much money. 1 Death X, double Paladin.
Oh, he's playing the Sword Joe.
Yep, 2 Sword Joes. This is really good into the Dex matchup. It kind of pees on them.
Yeah, see, I was going to say, this is more similar to what mine was looking like, Sean, minus the Flame Dramons, and the Soren Joes and the plug-in card. I just didn't have any of those, but like I was playing, I had like Heaven's Judgments, the Zubagon Punches, and stuff like that.
I feel like you could... This guy did not... I don't think he got as much value out of this guy as like you could get. Because he's only playing 4 searching Vmons, and like the best thing
you gotta play more of them.
Yeah, best thing about this card is the fact that you can just search every single turn for free, basically.
Right.
Worked out for him. There's got a lot of 1-ups. High speed plug-in, double zoom gun, 1 Congo.
The high speed plug-in makes sense because if you can't get your Magna up there, like you can't trigger its effect, and it can't get bigger than Mother, it's like, okay, at least this way I can activate this.
Get that first check-in for free!
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah, it's definitely an interesting card. Congrats.
Although, if your Magna's ever below that DP threshold, like, I don't think you're really caring.
I mean, I would care. I don't want to swing and let them just block my Mother, or block with Mother for free.
Yeah, but then you just evo into another Magna.
I mean, you eventually run out of them, though, unfortunately.
They're going to run out of Mothers.
The Mother didn't die.
Yeah, but the second Magna.
I mean, yeah,
what are we not understanding here?
You could potentially run it over if you have enough memory to evo into a second Magna, yeah. Yeah, Levi X came in first. This is pretty standard, the one of Anubis and all that. 2 Bite and Crush. Congratulations.
It's crazy seeing Leviamon come back like this in such a surge.
I mean, it's just because of the format. Like, it's just a slave of the format.
Mm-hmm.
It's like we never thought Davis was going to be good.
I mean...
And then turns out it had a favorable matchup in the Numamon, and it was like actually seeing results because of it.
I also think we just forget, like, Levi and Levi X both just having, like, what is it, security tech +2. Like, they can get 3 checks in, right?
Levi is +1, Levi X is +2.
Okay, yeah. So,
yeah,
they're like, also swinging for, like, big damage.
They're very dangerous.
Maybe that's why 3 Great Angels didn't see any success during that format. Because Davis was running around and could just neg 15 their entire board and tell them to eat a bag.
3 Great Angels didn't exist during that format.
Yeah. The Minimon wasn't a card yet.
Yeah.
Really? Thought he came out in the...
Yeah.
No, yeah, you're right.
Yeah, he came out in EX6.
Some people say we were sleeping on the Medieval Gallant. I think we were very fair to it.
I like the card. I don't think it's, like, game-breaking.
Yeah, I think it's decent. I think it shouldn't have been a secret, but it's okay.
Ben was also saying we're sleeping on the Vortex Resonance card, and I was like, we're not sleeping on it. We just don't think it deserved the secret slot.
Yeah,
it could have been a super.
I think it's ridiculous that they put a card that you might want to play 4 of in all of your Liberator decks as a secret. They they're like forcing people to like buy the EX7 if they want to play any Liberator deck whatsoever.
Yeah.
All right, comment questions. Damien Carr 168. I can see him being played in something like Leopard deck. Seems like a huge buff. He feels very versatile and can potentially see playing other decks like Tyrant or something. The more I look at him, the more I like him. I think he's referring
to Medieval Gallant.
He is, okay. Yeah, I mean, he seems like a cool card. He's definitely better than the original Gallant or Medieval Gallant.
I mean, people are already going to love it just because it has the word Gallant in it.
Yeah. He's just underwhelming for a secret.
I've also, Robbie was showing me some Leopard X deck from last night. I guess the guy went like 5 or 6-0 or something like that. And it's like basically like, remember our Rosemond deck, Sean? It's pretty much that, but instead they were playing like the Leopard X top end. And it looked like it was crazy. It just looked like a bunch of green cards, but I don't know. I still doubt there's anything there, though.
Yeah, it's just... Yeah, it's stun control is cute until you play against decks that actually have removal, and they're just like, okay, get rid of your stuff.
Mm-hmm.
Yup.
Thank you for being a channel member, Damien. He also said, I think you're heavily undervaluing Syndromon. She's significantly better than Zephiga. Absolutely not good enough to take a regionals, from what I've seen, but definitely good enough to take locals or small events.
Agreed.
Yeah,
It has DP neg.
I think it's the better of the 2 Liberator decks. That got the starter decks, at least.
And I think it's strictly because it has DP neg, which is much better removal than bot decking or whatever. But I just don't think, like... It's disappointing that those are the most recent like decks that they've released, and they're just like tier 2-ish at best.
Because they're starter decks, not advanced decks.
Yes, but they also released...
They would have been like way stronger.
They also released support in EX7 for them, though. Like, they gave us like full-fledged decks, and they're just...
That's better than what we could say for heavy metal.
Yeah, that's true.
Man, what do you think our what do you think?
Imagine if it was premium DP neg.
Oh yeah, that would actually been nice.
It'd be much better.
Yeah. What do you guys think could be the next advanced deck? Like what archetype do we think needs an advanced deck to make it better?
Angels.
Shut up, Sean. Right. If we'd asked you that question a month ago, you'd have said Magna.
Nah, I wouldn't have said that. There's nothing really for them to release.
I think it's crazy that Sakuyamon hasn't gotten one.
I mean, they just gave one to a 03 kid.
I know. It was...
Technically 2 03 kids, because Beelzemon also had an advanced deck.
I think Sakuyamon could
greatly... Old Force.
I think,
they've already had starter decks. I don't think they're going to double dip on that.
I mean,
they haven't shown that they wouldn't, but they haven't done it yet, so I guess that doesn't really prove anything.
I still think just give Sakuyamon an advanced deck where like the cards are just like broken.
What's a deck that they released in the early sets
Greymon.
that just hasn't had straight up any support?
Greymon. Base Agumon, War Greymon.
Greymon.
Taiga Rusty advanced deck.
That would be crazy. I'd be popping off.
The issue with decks like that is like they would basically have to print it to where every card in the advanced deck was actually broken in order to bring those decks up to like tier 1 status.
I mean, they printed Iron Mako.
They did, but
Beelzemon was already like good.
Beelzemon was already like okay.
Yeah, Beelzemon was already playable, and then they gave it a little bit of support with the Beelz X, and they're like, okay, here's the advanced deck that has the Cyan Mako that's like game breaking. Also, this Impmon, the Beelz
Promo Wizard.
Yeah, but like the entire deck's not broken. Like you don't play every card that came in that starter deck or advanced deck or whatever. But for a deck like Taiga Rusty, the entire deck would have to be broken.
Yeah, you'd have to probably start over, make the entire deck green red, and then just try to go from there. Make it generically good too. That way, in case it's not actually good, it can maybe still see some play.
It's like an engine.
Yeah, make a Tyranno engine. Oh, give me like an advanced deck of the Cyber Sleuth characters. That's what I want.
Who's that? Like Gamamon?
Any of them. Like Nokia, Takumi.
Oh, I'm thinking of I forget what it's called. Survive.
Kisuke.
The problem with that, Brandon, is Nokia already has one. It's called Omnimon Ace.
Yeah, I play so many Nokias in that.
That is her deck.
That actually...
The Fae B deck. Instead of Winner.
I think an advanced Omnimon deck would be cool. I think that's something that's like teetering on tier 1 that they could potentially give more support to. I don't know what it would look like, but I think that would be...
Give it an actual level 4, level 5?
Yeah. And they could give us a new Nokia tamer.
Or you could give us a 2-cost Mat and Ties, like 1 2-cost Mat, 1 2-cost Tie. That would help the deck.
We have those.
It sounds like you guys just want the
ones.
It sounds like you guys just want the Alter SB deck, but for red and blue Omnimon.
Give it a brand new level 3 package that has dual color as well.
Yeah.
Because if you came out, like, imagine we got the first ever dual level 3, and it was actually two level 3s on the same card. So it's like half blue, half red, and it's called Agumon and Gabumon.
And they could also be treated as Agumon or treated as Gabumon.
Yeah.
I like that.
It would have to cost to Evo in the raising no matter what, though. Make it 4 to hard play.
Yeah, 4 to hard play, but I still feel like it could 0 on top of Koromon or Sunomon.
Yeah. Make it 4 to hard play, give it 2 colors, make it so that 2-cost option card is just live whenever.
I mean, hell, they could make it to where if it evos on top of Suno or Koro for 0, but it evos on top of 2, or evos for 2 on top of red or blue.
Yeah, so you'd never be able to play it outside of a...
Yeah, it would just make it like that much worse to try to like tech it into something just to have access to those colors, like a security control deck or something.
Just having that effect of being able to have both colors immediately and both names, do you think it would then be worth it being basically a vanilla, or would you still give it effects on top of that?
I think
and if so, what kind of effects would you go for?
At bare minimum would have to have an inheritable.
Okay.
I don't know. I think it should probably have like a start a main / on play effect. I just don't know what that would look like. I think it should have both though.
Do you think you could just do on play BT5 search? Except for you can pick which ones you grab. You can grab a Greymon or Garurumon and an Omnimon.
Yeah, I guess you could do that.
Inheritable could just be...
It could just have the end of turn DNA inheritable. I think that would be fine.
Yeah, I mean, it works for the rest of the archetype. They all just have the DNA. Okay. I agree with you. I think that'd be cool.
Yeah, I think that would be... Because so far, I mean, besides the random Terriermon we got, like... How many advanced decks have we gotten? Is it just 2?
Just 2.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, I guess they could give it to something like Sakuyamon, because, like, Terriermon wasn't even anywhere near close to Tier 1, and they were just like, here's more stuff.
Said, here's Rapid and Mega Gargo, go nuts.
Here are these good cards you can put in better decks, because this deck's still not going to be Tier 1.
Here's the new best green option card for removal.
Yeah. Here's a bunch of, like, good rookies, good options, a level 5,
yeah,
an
Double
ace.
Typhoon's actually so good for that deck, Jesus.
Double Typhoon's just generically good for green.
Yeah,
Yep.
I mean, there's a reason the deck is called Double Typhoon.
Yeah.
That card is just good.
It's one of the best cards that came out in that deck. Oh. But Damien does have a question. He says, do you plan to do a vlog or Nats in-person regionals in the future? I see a lot of other content creators doing it, and they are enjoyable. I'll have to take a look. I've never personally done that kind of content, so like I don't know how to do it. So I'd probably have to just look in to see what that entails.
I mean, I feel like it's pretty easy. Just record
Just
yourself
go
as
with-
you guys walk around.
Yeah, just go with Ben. You got to make Ben hold your camera and be like, film everything that I'm doing. That's it.
No, just get a selfie stick, bro. Be one of those guys.
Hard pass. Yeah, I'm open to doing it. I don't know if I'm going to, but I might look into it and do that.
Now you're reading that next comment, right?
All right, fine. Quarterback TCG. Diddy uses decoy to save Drake from destruction.
That's funny.
Benjamin Wiseman 6567. Chris, I believe Iceclad means Hexablow attacking, Mother blocking means Hexablow kills Mother. You were lucky your opponent didn't know his deck. We knew that though. I'm confused as to why he said that.
I think he might have been referring to when Chris was going through locals. He talked about how he played against Hexblow.
Robbie
the problem
didn't.
is Robbie might have been using the original Hexblow.
Yeah, Robbie
Yes.
was using the OG Hexblow in addition to the new one.
Yeah, he only had 2 copies of the new one.
Well, not only that, yeah. He didn't have. It was just OG Hexblow, not the new one.
Yeah.
Yeah, we could just be doing revisionist history, and Chris just genuinely doesn't know what I'm talking about. That's what I would assume.
No,
I
Sean.
feel like
Sean
Go back.
Yeah, I feel like I would have
check.
caught that if he had said that.
yeah, Sean was sitting next to us. And then also Robbie said something like, "I don't want to attack because they'll crash or something." No.
He was also
I think
he was also talking about the lack of DP, so like even when you swing your security, you could potentially just die to one of your megas.
Yeah.
Right. Because it's Dark Masters and all the DP is pretty big.
Yeah.
I will say, I thought one of the rules was you weren't supposed to fact check.
What?
Oh, you don't know that meme? Okay,
I'm unfamiliar.
that's fine.
Adaptive reasoning. The Tyranno X is a little better than you might think with his new red EX8 tamer. Tyranno X can let you go all the way up to Dinomon for reduced cost and such. If you begin the chain rating, you'd have piercing for like 2 or 3 checks depending on inheritable. For like real big, like around 18 to 21k, it's a good play, lol. Yeah,
Nice.
yes, I'm glad that you realized that is exactly what that is. That's a good play.
It's a good play, yeah. Until you just get hit with an ace and your stack's gone.
Yeah. Crimson 35124. In my experience, Levi slaughters mother control. You just abuse Levi X and pop Shotos. If they don't have enough memory set or ties to boost the DP of mother, Drago summoning Lopmon X will make your Levi's big enough to swing over them and also gives piercing ESS. That is true. That's probably another reason why we see Levi X topping a lot, is because it does have a good matchup into that deck.
And the Gator feast on Shoto.
Yes. Deca 796 Community Discord win. I will probably start talking about that next week, but soon, very soon. I need to clean up some stuff.
Organizing.
Yeah,
start organizing some community playtime.
Yeah,
I got you for 3 minutes.
but soon. Latitude 990. What about an Omnimon tier list? There's so many of them now. My S tier would probably be regular Zort in both of the Omni X's, maybe Alter B. My criteria being art plus fun factor.
I think that'd be pretty cool.
That could be something we could do for fun. I'd probably have to build that tier list by hand. I mean, I guess it's possible that someone has done that before, but if they haven't, I'll have to build that tier list by hand, which would be a little annoying, but it shouldn't take too long. Octavian Gaius, can someone help me? I'm looking for a good place to buy singles online that has stock. I am a new player. TCGplayer.com is the place I buy singles.
So I buy all my stuff.
Yeah.
Nothing against Facebook and the group there, and like this, like I'm sure like most people are pretty like good about stuff like that, but it's hard for me to trust like some random person, and I know that's funny coming from like, oh, TCG Player, but like TCG Player, if you tell them, hey, like I didn't receive this card, they didn't ship it to me, blah blah blah, they're like, okay, yeah, like there's another company, there's an actual company there that's trying to like, you know,
they have buyer protection that's very seamless and easy to use, whereas on Facebook you'd have to like go through PayPal's thing in order to do it, and it's way more annoying and tedious. It's easy to do, but there's more steps to it.
Right.
Someone also said in Europe, Card Market is your best bet. So if you're a Europe player, Card Market.
Boom.
Mathabel5236. One question: would Mother just die if a Hexa attacks it? Yeah, I guess you just didn't specify that it was the old one.
Yeah, we didn't. I think we just said Hex Plowmon.
No, we're just revisionist history. I actually went back and listened. We very clearly specify Ice Sweet.
But I don't think he had it. I remember it being OG Hex Plowmon, because I remember Sean even saying, why don't you just...
Robbie didn't want to swing because it would die to the check. You just wouldn't block.
Yeah, that's also
only
possible.
11K and he didn't have jamming. So you guys
also remember
each other.
I also just remember multiple times where he did have the OG Hexploumon, because I remember the art. Because he has that
fancy new one.
Yeah, well, he has the new one. No, not new, but like yeah.
New one.
So maybe I do remember him multiple times saying he just doesn't want to swing with it. Because he was source stripping a bunch of my stuff, and so like my cards weren't doing anything unless I digivolved on top of them. But like I can't digivolve on top of like some of the Omnimons, you know. So yeah, maybe he just didn't want to swing.
Yeah, I just listened to it. I think the reason I didn't catch it is because I muted my mic to cough while you were talking about it.
Okay. Yeah. I mean, he was playing both. I remember sometimes he just didn't want to swing because it's OG Hexplow, and I would just block it and it would die. And then with the new one, he didn't want it to die to security, so.
Yeah. But yeah, if you had blocked with your mother, just would have died.
Right. Yes.
Amateurish Author 2202. I have two things I want to mention. One, a question about 7th Divine Cruise. Main, delete your opponent's Digimon until they have as many as your security. If this effect deleted, recover +1. If you partition it or otherwise play Digimon, does 7th Divine Cruise see and can target it? Or does it target everything at once and call it good? I'm looking at it as someone with some coding experience, and I see if X do Y until X is false.
It wouldn't see the partition cards, would it?
No, it would, because it's interruptive. I believe you are correct. That's how I would interpret it. It is like a brand new card. I don't know if there's an official ruling on it in the Judge Discord yet, but I think you're right, because it is looking to delete until they have as many, and because it's interruptive, those Digimon would come out in the middle of the effect trying to continue to delete stuff.
And delete them?
Yeah, because it's also doing it sequentially based on the wording. It's not...
Yeah, because as soon as you hit the card with partition stops, plays the two dudes out, and then you proceed with the effect.
Yeah, but it's also doing, based on the wording, it's doing it sequentially where it's deleting one Digimon at a time until they have as many or fewer as you have security. So because of that, in addition to partition being interruptive, those 2 extra bodies would get popped out, and they would just continue deleting stuff. So I believe you are correct in how that is worded.
Does that mean, theoretically speaking, that is a card that can get around the Omni option card? Because you could attempt to delete one of their level 6, and if they continue to have more deletions after that...
Yeah, if you triggered the delay effect and Evo into Omni, they're still in the middle of resolving their effects. They can just pop your Omni before you even get your 1 Digivolving.
Dang, give them 5 memory for free!
Yeah. Having said that it is a new card, it's possible that maybe it wasn't... Was this printed in Japanese already? Or was this just a reveal? This was printed, I think. That's how I would interpret it. It is possible that maybe the translation was a little off and maybe it works differently, but that's how I would interpret it as it's worded. 2. I've done some testing with Medieval Gallantmon with Sylphimon on Project Drazel. 95% of my games ends with the opponent scooping. To cut it all short, start a main dual tamer plays Hawk, Sala. Medieval Gallant pops their ultimate. On top of Medieval Gallant's win would be played effect doesn't specify your Digimon, so you can spend 2 of your opponent's Digimon to reduce play cost. Since you can suspend any Digimon with his effects, you can spend 3 other Digimon since he sees himself be played, and delete a 17k DP Digimon.
Yeah, it sounds cool, I guess.
Yeah. I mean, he seems like a cool card. I don't know if he should have been a secret. I think he's better than that. He does.
I just don't see what he does against Miraculous Mega Knight.
Okay.
Stupid.
Yeah, I think he's a better secret than the 3-color Liberator search card that they made a secret.
By far.
Yeah.
But he's towards the middle bottom of the tier list, in my opinion, of like secrets we've gotten. He should have just been a super.
Facts.
But that was it.
Yeah, you guys have to realize every time we read a card now, I just think, does this get around Miraculous Mega Knight?
Stupid.
It's like how people are constantly looking at cards and they're like, does this affect Mother?
I was just going to say, all those people that are commenting about the Hexplow and Mother thing, don't they know Mother is unaffected by everything?
Yeah, Mother's unaffected by everything, including game mechanics.
Yes.
Yeah, exactly. Ugh.
Yeah, I definitely did not catch you saying that because I muted my mic to cough and I was like half listening.
It could have been either of those instances because there were times where he just didn't want to attack with the OG Hexplowmon because I would just block and he would die.
Yeah, I do distinctly remember him complaining about the lack of DP, and I was like, why does that matter? And he's like, when I check his security, and I was like, oh yeah, because you don't have jamming.
Yeah, I distinctly remember him saying that.
Yeah.
Yeah, he kept saying, why doesn't Ice Sweet
working in security?
Just working in security, and we were all like, there's a keyword for that already. It's called jamming.
Yeah. After he explained it, though, I did agree with him. I was like, damn, that actually is pretty bad for the new Hexablow stuff, because, like, you're swinging, and if you check a Mega, it's over.
Yeah, like, the thing is, the only way to get jamming is through the level 4 effect.
Yeah.
The other Hexablow just has it baked into, like, his actual card.
Yeah, and that's why Hexablow is a good side Mega, but primary strategy, I do not think it is.
It's like they wanted to make a card that was used for swinging just at Digimon, not winning the game. And at that point, why are you playing the game?
Yeah, it's definitely not an entire strategy yet, unfortunately.
Yeah, like, what's your win con? Sure, you're stunning the board, but, like, the old win con was getting extra security check with jamming. This win con is, I have extra security check, but I'm a small boy.
Yeah. I hope you block.
Yeah, please block me.
Please block?
No.
Imagine they gave it collision. That would have been
12K.
lit. Yeah, they should have given it collision. I think that would have been cool.
Now, give this Hexplow blocker. So, you just play Shoto. Just play Shoto.
Yeah,
and then
just play Shoto and Hexablow. Yeah. Swing. Swing at me.
Swing at me. Do it.
Do it.
Do it.
Do it. Do it.
The issue with that is I'm pretty sure it keeps your opponent from suspending on your opponent's turn if they have like as many or fewer sources. So like even
it's just so bad.
They designed that card so it was poorly designed in a sense where it's just not good instead of just being broken.
I'm back to being disappointed with these damn cards.
Yeah. Sadly, the Shoto does not work.
I mean, it only stops them from suspending if they have one or fewer sources.
I think
I guess if they're at...
I think it's as many or fewer. I think you're thinking of Vikemon.
I'm going to double check just to be sure. I want to make sure if my disappointment is immeasurable and my day has been ruined. I want to make sure
I'm fairly certain it is. I'm pretty sure.
None of your opponents Digimon with as many or fewer cards.
Yeah, okay. You're thinking of Vikemon. So yeah, you can't even do the Shoto Ice Clad stuff because they can't suspend, so...
Okay, give Snow Agumon blocker, I guess.
Yeah, that's so bad. Or you just don't play that Hexablow and you play other stuff with Ice Clad and play Shoto.
That's what I said, Ice Agumon.
Yeah. That's so trash, dude.
The level 5 at that point could kill more cards than the level 6.
Yes. Because at least they could swing.
So stupid.
I agree. It's definitely a side mega. I think that was probably their full intention of just making it a side mega. It's not a coherent strategy that has an actual win condition. Their full intention
was pissing me off.
Yeah. They're making Hexablow Copers very angry.
No, give me a Hexblow advanced deck.
That'd be interesting. I think that would probably... Like, if they actually gave it enough powerful cards, I think it could be a tier 1 strategy. It would just... it needs something else.
Ace. Hexblow Ace, but it's on the same tier as, like, a Mega Gargo Ace.
Yeah.
Give it a level 5 that gives protection, kind of like either the Cinderella or... like, imagine its protection, of course, would have to be once per turn, but if this Digimon would leave the board, delete one Digimon with no sources instead. So it could be yours or your opponent's.
I think you would have to bounce it for it to
bounce
like
the hand?
Yeah, for it to be like a blue effect. But I think that would actually be pretty good.
You're welcome, Banda. You can have that one. Please print that.
When this Digimon would leave the battle area by
Other than by battle,
by bouncing one other Digimon on the field with as many or fewer sources to the hand, prevent it from leaving.
I think if you want to balance it, make it no sources. Because they have to try to balance it.
I think that would make it bad.
You think so?
Yes.
I mean, you could just leave a Mon on your board with no sources, and then they have to out that before they do anything.
Yeah, but I think it's much better if you're bouncing your opponent's stuff.
I guess that's fair.
You punish people for trying to remove it.
I mean, but then you could also build it into the archetype where anytime your opponent takes an action, it costs them sources. Like, oh, you want to Digivolve? Trash bottom source. Oh,
they've
you want to
done that already.
Trash bottom source.
Yeah. I think they would have to give it broken support in order for it to be tier 1. Like, it needs really good stuff.
I mean, what would the Hexblow look like as an ace? Come out, strip sources. I personally would make it the new Vikemon, make it dual color, and like make it to where it gives like taunt instead of Digivolve.
No, I'd have to have Ice Sweeten blocker.
I think
exactly with taunt.
No, I don't think taunt would be.
No,
taunt wouldn't make any sense on an ace.
The whole point of it being an ace card is they're attacking you, and then you're Digivolving to that with Ice Sweeten blocker.
Hear me out. It's black and blue, or blue and black.
Yep.
It on Evo strips any
as many sources as you have.
Yeah, I guess that's fair. That's what Dianamon does. As many sources as you have, you can strip that many from your opponent's Digimon. And it has blocker, ice clad, and collision.
Ooh, yeah.
Damn, collision too?
Yeah.
Yeah, why not? And then the inheritable.
Jesus!
I think you'd have to give it collision in order to make use of the fact that it has ice clad, because otherwise you're just dying to security checks.
Yep.
Exactly. That would be the one weakness.
Give the level 4 jamming if you have ice snow trait. That way Mirage can't have another one.
Yeah.
The level 3 could just be another searcher, like the new Blucomon.
They could give it a searching option, or a searching tamer. I don't know what tamer you give it.
Look how much y'all have to give this guy.
The tamer.
I said you'd have to do a lot. You'd have to give it several broken cards in order to pass tier 1.
Look what you have to do just to mimic a fraction of some deck's power.
Yeah, I mean it's realistically it's only had 2 waves of actual support.
Yeah.
I mean, we've gotten like little bits of tiny support, but it was just like a new level 4 and a new level 5, and then the security rookie, but that doesn't really fully count.
Yeah.
Keep coping, Brandon.
Yeah, well, what would you give an advanced deck to, huh? If you say security again, I'm coming in there.
It'd have to be a black deck. I think it needs the most support, so maybe like...
Yeah, Hexmon, half blue, half black.
Yeah, exactly. You can make the entire line half blue, half black.
Trying to think of a black archetype. It could be Machine Dramon.
Alphamon advanced deck.
No.
Alphamon would be cool. Yeah.
Finally step away from what Alphamon's been doing.
I think they could give one to Lord Nightmon and really flesh out its new color as like black purple.
Yeah, something that nobody wants.
They could do that, but because of how they design the new stuff, it basically just works with the Dark Nightmon support. So like it's already kind of fleshed out.
Well, I meant like with more like updated new like power creeped cards of like those cards.
Yeah. No, those cards are pretty good.
Cranium.
Because like at least Dynasmon is still its original color. It's like yellow.
Yeah.
You know, like Lord Daimon is like fully a different color now than its base yellow version.
Unfortunately, yes.
Feels bad.
So
I was talking to Ben.
Cranium. Huh.
I was gonna say I was talking to Ben about that, and I think the reason why they decided to change the color is the same reason why they redesigned the Three Musketeers archetype, is because it was limiting future card design.
Yeah.
So like Bill Stars, you can't print 7 cost options without being aware of it being a card, and then Yellow Lord Nightmon, you can't print Yellow Warriors without being aware that Lord Nightmon's a card.
Yeah, I was gonna say like Craniumon advanced deck. Finally make like the big black blocker deck everybody wants to cope with.
They would have to just design a win condition for a deck like that, though.
I think the win condition for a deck like that is telling your opponent they shouldn't be able to play the game. Like if you promote, you have summoning sickness. Like I've tried so hard to make black like decent. Like we talked about it last time. If they try to, like, you have to force them to play disadvantageously, and it needs to benefit you in some way or shape or fashion.
It's just crazy that we have all the best keywords, yet like can't take advantage of any of them. We have D-Digivolve, Blocker, and Collision, and it's like never the best. The only reason why the Dex deck is any good is because it's half purple.
Yep.
So like, it's crazy. Yeah, that's just crazy to me. Like no other deck has like those good of keywords. It's crazy to me.
Lord Nightmon's gonna have that.
Yeah, exactly. That's why I'm thinking that Lord Nightmon's gonna be like halfway decent.
I think it seems like it might be good. After seeing Lord Nightmon X, like I'm interested in, like I will legitimately want to build the deck, and I think it might be decent. Instead of being like, I guess I'll put this together and just lose at locals.
I think it'll be.
I might actually have fun with this.
Yeah.
I think it'll be competitive. I don't think it'll be like groundbreaking.
Yeah. Also the B deck, although I don't think that's been doing anything in Japan, so.
That's crazy. They must hate bees.
Yeah, they must.
They
just
don't understand the power of bees.
Yeah, they just don't get it. You wouldn't get it, Mom. It's not a phase.
I wonder how the Millenniumon deck is doing over there. Or the composite deck.
Do they have that yet? Like, has that been released?
I don't think so.
Is it not? Because
I think it's like a month away or something like that. Maybe it's only a couple weeks.
Well, according to Robbie, they've shown the box art or like part of it for the upcoming set that we're about to get. It has the hybrid cards on it, and it has Moon Millennium on it. So the Bees might not even be in this first wave.
Oh.
I mean, 2.0
No,
would have to be. Bees are in.
Bees are in 18.
Yeah, we have to get at least half of the bee support because they're in 18.
Okay.
We might not get the second half. We might have to wait for.
That would be pretty stupid, but yeah, they might end up splitting that archetype.
I'd have to go over there and strangle them.
Yeah. First class ticket to Japan.
Yeah.
Take me to Bandai. Take me to the single translator.
Yeah. I want to pat him on the back and tell him he's trying his best.
We know that they have you running like 10 card games. You're all having to translate for all of them.
Yeah, and they keep announcing more.
So I was right about the Gundam one. That turned out to be real.
So dumb, dude. I don't think Bandai understands, because I think whoever's in charge of making these decisions is like, oh, we're making X amount of money because of these card games. We just make more card games and we'll make that many times more money. Yeah. But that's not how it works, because you're splitting your player base. Maybe if everyone had unlimited money, it would work like that, but that's not how it works.
Unlimited money and time.
Yeah, exactly.
More.
Yeah. Unfortunately, CEOs just don't get it. A lot of the times they do stupid stuff like this. Like, I'm sure people that really like the Gundam IP are excited about it. The cards will probably look cool, but like they're barely able to like have a couple of card games going successfully. Like I think from what I understand, what the hell was that one Battle Spirits?
Yeah.
I think that game's basically dead already. So like,
at least we made it past like the 4-year mark at this point.
I think Digimon is going well, or as well as it is, because the IP is so strong.
Yeah.
Well, then, because I still
how popular Digimon is in Japan specifically too.
Yeah.
I still think the memory gauge is what's so important to the game, because it's so unique. It's such a like cool resource system that you can really play with it. You know what I mean?
Do that a little too much, if you ask me.
Yeah.
Yeah, I agree. The game mechanics are also really cool.
It's very simple and easy to understand and play. At a base
ground level, yes.
At a base level, yes.
Easy to get into, hard to master.
Yeah.
Well, I wouldn't say hard. I mean, it's not like bloody Yu-Gi-Oh! Jesus.
Yeah, it's approaching Yu-Gi-Oh! Complication levels. I would imagine
I do not expect a competent, normal Digimon player to spend 15 minutes on their turn 1.
Yeah, I don't mean the combo heaviness of it, of like, I'm just going to make an unbreakable board. I'm talking about like
the rules.
Interactions and rulings and stuff like that. Like, it's approaching, like, it's not there yet, but it is approaching that. Like, we basically have a damage step, and all kinds of like just complicated stuff, because we don't have problem solving card text, which hurts a lot, because that would simplify things for judges and stuff.
How long till we get non-ace hand traps?
I don't think we'll ever get those, honestly. I think that is our hand traps.
I'm just saying, as long as my opponent doesn't go, okay, chain link 1, chain link 2, chain link 3, chain link 4.
Yeah, we don't have chains the way Yu-Gi-Oh does, which is cool, because like nothing will ever miss timing, thank God. That's one of the dumbest things about Yu-Gi-Oh is missing timing, and so many people struggle to understand it. So thankfully we won't ever be. I never have to say, "Oh, that misses timing" to someone and have to explain why.
I mean, technically speaking,
nothing misses timing. If you say something misses timing in this game, you are just straight up wrong.
I was gonna say newer players might not understand the DP neg effect and how it works. Like trying to explain to somebody ruin mode versus on playing the searcher.
Yeah, but that's not missing the timing.
I'm turn player. I should be able to search, right? Before your card effect?
That is not missing the timing, though.
Yeah. I could just see, like, newer players getting tripped up by that.
Yeah, I've had to explain that several times to people. Yeah, just because I play yellow deck, so that happens quite often. Yeah, sorry, the game checks what your DP's at before you get a chance to trigger that. You dead.
Your boy is in the trash now.
Yeah, please get him out of my sight.
All right, boys. Is there anything else?
I think that about covers it. In the comments, let us know what advanced deck you would like.
Yeah.
And if I see one of you say Gamamon, I'm having Sean block you.
No, I don't think I've actually. I don't think I've ever hidden a user from the channel, which is basically like banning someone from the channel. They won't know.
You did it to that one guy.
I think I considered it for someone because they were being an a-hole and talking trash about someone else in a video, and they were like super
mean about it.
Yeah, like ridiculously mean, and they like kept editing their comment and just adding more stuff to it. I may have done it to that person, but I can't remember if I did it for sure. But that's like the only person I've ever even considered doing it for.
Yeah, well, we'll break that rule for your Gamamon. We'll do it.
What's funny is if you ever get banned, you'll never know. From your perspective, nothing will change.
He's not gonna know.
Yeah. You'll still see your comments, but no one else will. That is funny how YouTube has that work, where you literally just don't know. On Twitch, they're like, "Oh, you can't sub to this person." Do what?
It's the best way to do it, like, because then they can just keep shouting to the void and get their little dopamine hit of having people or having themselves think that their voice is being heard.
Yeah.
When they're being the most toxic piece of crap ever.
Yep. It is funny.
No, but you're just shouting to the void, bruh.
Yep. You don't even know it unless you straight up tell someone.
Enjoy your negative feedback loop.
Yeah. The only way they would know for sure is if either you told them or you did it during like a live stream on YouTube. That's it.
They could just see like their comments.
Yeah, they would literally watch you do it, and everyone else would see their messages disappear. Yep.
You just hit him with the Thanos.
Yeah, literally.
Got him.
Excellent.
Nice.
Great job.
All right.
All right, I'll see you guys in probably like 3-4 weeks. I don't know when you guys are going to see me again.
Yeah, okay, Brandon. I will drag you next week.
My door has a lock on it.
Later.
Later.